So now we're going to talk about the Turkish Get Up. So Turkish Get Up is basically 7 steps, right? And we're coming from up off the floor to standing up and coming back down while keeping the arm locked out the whole time. Great movement that basically involves everything. So basically, you kind of start on your side, and the reason for that is just it's easy to get the bell from the ground to here. It's the only kind of purpose of that right there. Get the bell right here. Once we're in this position, we want arm up, right? And the arm that is straight, that knee will be bent. My other leg, I want it like a 45. So I'm right here. This arm is straight, and the arm that is straight, that knee is bent, and the other leg is straight, keeping it. You want to be right here, playing like a 45. So that's the direction I want to roll. And it's a roll to get up, not a crunch, right? I don't want to try to sit up, right? It's a roll here. And so basically, what it is, think of the elbow, right? And the heel of your foot. These are the two forces you want to drive into the ground so that you can pop yourself up off the ground. See here, so this is basically your first movement right here, right? And you can just keep your elbow like this or hand flat, whichever you prefer, and just a simple, take a breath in, drive it up. And so now I'm here, right? So next thing I need to do is straighten out my other arm that's on the ground. From here, we're going to lift the hips, right? And then what do? I just bring my foot to the side, right? And I slide it back. The common thing is people try to come back here. This is another version of a Turkish Get Up. A little more difficult though. So just put your foot to the side and you can easily drag it so I can get that onto its knee. Now from here, I reposition my feet so that I'm in a good stance so I can stand up. I want to make sure my toes are tucked in the back and not flat like this. Right? I need something to push into the ground. Think of you're pushing your legs between two walls. So now I stand up and I come feet together. Right? Now we're up here. And so now we go back down. Now I go back down, I step back, I lower down. And from here, what I want to do, it's going to be just like in a windmill now. I want to put my vibe out, stick my butt out, and let my hand find the ground. I want to come out in front of me right here. This is where I'm strong. This is where I make that T. If I come back here, I'll bring myself way off base here, right? And it's going to make myself more difficult to come back down. So right here, straight down here, and then what you do with your foot, move it out to the side. So now that I can just kick this one through, and I can sit right on my butt. Now from here you have two options. You can go elbow down and then to your shoulder, or you can kind of just walk that hand out until that shoulder hits, shoulder, shoulder, then you're here, then you can bring it down. So once again, alright, so we're here. Arm is straight, and I can use my hand to lift the bell up and down. The movement doesn't start until I'm locked out here. So now, right, it's the heel and elbow. So right here, take your breath in, press through those 2 points, right, rolling towards that foot there. Straighten out the arm, lift the hips, right, take that foot to the side and get to your knee. I readjust, so I'm in a kneeling position, toes are tucked, standing straight up, bring your feet together. I go back down, I take my step back, I lower down, And now I push my hips back, right? Stay up, hold the vibe. Hands going down, looking at the bell. Look at my foot to the side and through. Lower down, the elbow, or walk it out, shoulder, shoulder, bring it down. So, with the bell here, show what it looks like. And as far as breathing goes, I'm going to basically take a breath each movement. Taking a breath each movement. This is not a fast movement. This is a slow movement. Any kind of core exercise should always be slow and controlled. That's where you get the most out of it. And so I would start here, right? I'd come up. And so since it's this arm, this knee will be bent, this leg will be out to 45. And vision, for the most part, I'm looking at the bell the whole time. So I'm here, I drive through my foot and my elbow, I straighten out the arm, I lift those hips, turn my foot to my side, so I get to the knee, toes are tucked in the back, I stand up, come feet together, then I'll go back down, lowering back down, push the hip up, put my vibe up, plant the hand, I step through, sit down, elbow, shoulder, shoulder, or you want it, and I lower down, and to get it to the other side, right, I would just do what's a halo around. So I go to this side, shoot one more time here, arms up. Like I said, I could use this hand to bring the bell up and down, right? You may not need it, but it's there. We need the heavier weights to help. And so from here, right, push that heel through, elbow, drive up. Straighten out the arm, lift the hips, foot to the side, bring it to the knee. Right. So now straighten everything out, toes are tucked. I stand straight up. Right here. Then I'll step back, lower down. This is where you stick out the vibe. Right, plant that hand. Move my foot to the side so I can kick through on my butt. And I can just walk my hand out to shoulder, shoulder, bring it down. And so that is your Turkish Get Up. Like I said, take it nice and slow, focusing on visions on the bell most of the time, and breathing. Right?